and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. Supreme Court in its verdict on the Adani Hindenburg report said that it had a limited jurisdiction as far as the regulatory domain of SEBI was concerned, that is Security and Exchange Board of India, and it also said that SEBI should be allowed to conclude its probe. Now, what else did the court say? Supreme Court also said that there is no ground to transfer the probe on the Adani Hindenburg report to the SIT as was demanded. Then the third point, which is very, very crucial, and that is the court rejected the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Projects report, if you remember, which came last year. And what did Supreme Court say on the OCCRP's report? Supreme Court said that the reliance on the third-party organization to question the statutory regulator does not inspire confidence. They can be treated as inputs, but not as conclusive evidence. So joining me now today is a very special guest, Ravi Nair, who is the journalist with the OCCRP. He played a prominent role as far as the entire investigation on the Adani Hindenburg report was concerned. Ravi Nair is there with us. Thank you so much, Ravi, for joining on the Federal. And
thanks for inviting.
Yeah. My pleasure, Ravi. And your first thoughts, especially on the verdict which came, and of course, is it really disappointing for you that the Supreme Court outrightly rejected the OCCRP report?
No, but I'm actually not disappointed. As a journalist, it was my job to expose the corruption, so which we did, and we stand by every word we have written on that report. We stand by it on every word, because we have concrete proof. It did not outrightly rejected the OCCRP report. What it said, it should be taken as inputs. It asked SEBI to take this as inputs.
Right.
Now, that's first thing. Second, if
so you see this as a bright spot, Ravi, you see this as a bright spot that Supreme Court has acknowledged that OCCRP's report can be taken as an input?
See, it's not a bright spot as such, but it's still, it is important. It is important. Now, if the court had any doubt on the veracity of the evidences what OCCRP collected, the court should have asked the OCCRP to submit those reports. The court did not. Here what happens, we could not provide the entire document set which we gathered. It's a OCCRP property now, it's with OCCRP. The reason is, there are a lot of emails Adani's employees exchanged. So we don't want to put these employees in trouble. These are individuals. They have been asked to do a job. They were doing that job. Maybe they are not aware of the legal consequences of this. So we didn't want to expose all these individuals. There are fund managers of different funds.
But then doesn't that become a weak link of the case? Because if you do not want to, who are writing.
No, we put out part of, we shared these documents with some people, and they put out the relevant documents, removing the names and all, with a portal, an Australian portal called Adani Watch. So all the DRI document already came out. What DRI gathered, it's not a problem. It's there in the public domain now. And anyhow, it was in public domain because DRI submitted everything to SESTAT and adjudicating authority. So this became it's in public domain. So we gathered it, though, I mean, public domain in the sense it was not available for everyone to see. So we gathered it and we put out in public domain. The second set, Adani's internal communication, which happened to, I mean, which came to us, that exposed this. We have, I mean, as a journalist, I have no problem in exposing it as it is, but it was a conscious decision taken by us that we shouldn't put a lot of individuals who has nothing to do with this in trouble. And I think that the rest of the documents related to Nasser Ali, Shaban Ali, and Chang Chung Link and Vinod Adani will be coming out very soon. They'll be coming out in public domain.
So looking at the verdict, people said that, now, I mean, even the court said that SEBI should be given another 2 months to complete whatever is pending. Now, whatever investigation has taken place by SEBI, Have they put that out in the public domain? Because we do not know where the investigation is right now. Have they shared it with the court, what they have investigated so far?
Nilu, in 2020 July, the Minister of State for Finance, I forget his name, he has given a written reply to Mahua Moitra, in which he stated that SEBI is investigating certain FPIs, foreign portfolio investors who are investing in Adani Group companies, which are suspicious. And certain transactions of the Adani Group itself is suspicious, and SEBI is investigating it. 2020 or 21, I think it's 2021 July. What happened to that investigation? Is the same investigation SEBI is continuing now? SEBI told the Supreme Court appointed committee panel that they have, and in SEBI's own interim report, which was submitted to the Supreme Court, SEBI was investigating 24 cases against the Adani Group, out of which 22 has been completed. Where are the reports?
Yeah, that's exactly what my question was.
Why didn't Supreme Court ask SEBI to submit these reports? It is not in public domain. If SEBI is a regulatory body to protect the investors and investors' interests, these reports should be in public domain.
Right.
Only then people can understand what was happening and what has happened. The reports are not there. And
So
interestingly, SEBI never published any of these reports. I mean, it's not only on Adani. If you look at SEBI's track record, you send questionnaires to them, SEBI will never respond. You ask them questions, they will never respond. It's not only Adani, any company, if SEBI is investigating something, those reports never comes into public domain. So what will happen to these reports? We have to wait and watch. Whether SEBI is going to submit these reports to Supreme Court. After the judgment, the case is over. So the SEBI submitting this report to Supreme Court is gone because the case is over.
Right.
So is there a chance for us to see this SEBI's investigative reports of 24 cases?
No, but does that mean, Ravi, that in a way the court has given a clean sheet to Adani? Does that mean that?
Court has not given a clean sheet to Adani. As long as the investigation on and the investigation gives a clean sheet, Adani is not getting a clean sheet. Court hasn't given a clean sheet to Adani, though Gautam Adani has given a self-sabashi yesterday by tweeting.
Yes.
That's a different thing. The court said they have confidence in SEBI's investigation. Again, we are coming back to the first point. If the case had 2 points, SEBI's mandate is to investigate the problems related to Adani's listed companies. What happened to the other side of the case, which said the money laundering, the DRI issues, the DRI's investigation? So SEBI approached the government agencies like Central Board of Direct Taxes, CBDT. It went to Income Tax. It went to Enforcement Directorate. All arms of Ministry of Finance. Even SEBI is a part of Ministry of Finance, right? And these government agencies, investigative agencies under Ministry of Finance, did not cooperate with SEBI. So the panel sent questionnaires to these investigative agencies, and their reply was very funny. That all of them said SEBI did not file a formal complaint with these investigative agencies to investigate.
Okay.
Don't you think it's kind of weird that SEBI is a part of Ministry of Finance? It's under Ministry of Finance, though they say it's autonomous, but it's under Ministry of Finance. And these 3 investigative agencies are also under Ministry of Finance. So one arm seeking help from other agencies, which has the bandwidth to get letter rogatories and get these documents from foreign jurisdictions, flatly refuse to help.
It's quite weird, funny, and a little
Bizarre.
thing also. It does look bizarre. But Ravi, what is the reason? I want to know from you that if SEBI has hit a dead end, as you said, SEBI has not been acting enough. It's been dragging its feet for the last 1 year. We've been hearing that they are into investigations, but what they have investigated, nobody knows. Does it mean that it has left everything in SEBI's the ball has been now in the SEBI's court, and SEBI obviously, because of its limited powers, will not act. So the case is as good as over.
Exactly. Exactly. This is exactly what happened with the DRI case in adjudicating authority and Sestat. Recently, on this Article 370 verdict, former Justice Fali Nariman
Yeah,
has raised some serious questions.
right.
Mr. Senior Nariman raised some serious points on how court was erred in this verdict. I don't believe this well and learned judges of our Supreme Court are not aware of these things. Even in the this particular case, it's not that court is not aware. It's not that court couldn't have asked OCCRP to submit those details. It's not that court couldn't have ordered to form a SIT to investigate the other aspects of the case.
Thank you so much, Ravi Nair, for joining on The Federal. And one appeal to the viewers who are watching this interview, subscribe to our channel, send us your feedback, and stay tuned to The Federal. Thanks,
Thank
Ravi.
you.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more news and updates.